Kal Hal Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rukakodash, the boldness to your master told me this truth. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So this was an interesting video that I found about people that have iPhones, and I'm just wondering if something like this would be implemented for Android users, seeing as we only have 2 operating systems which really dominate smartphone industry. So let's just take a listen to what he's going to say.
Verification is spreading, and it's spreading fast. So the California Governor Gavin Newsom on Monday, which is today, actually just required a law for device makers like Apple and Google to check users' ages online. As we all know, Google has already been pushing age verification through YouTube, but now they're going to be required to do it through Google Play in California. And it is not just the state of California doing this, it is spreading all across the US and will most likely spread all across the world. Major tech firms were buying into this, including Google, Meta, OpenAI, and Snap. So yeah, basically a lot of the major tech firms just folded, and they're like, all right, fine, we'll just go ahead and listen to you guys. Utah and Texas are passing a bunch of age verification laws as well, and they're still talking about protecting the kids. But for California, the good news is this actually doesn't require any photo ID uploads. The parents themselves just put the age into Apple or Google or whatever. I don't think this applies to Utah and Texas, though. I believe you do have to provide a photo ID or government ID or whatever over there. So in California, the parents are going to be inputting the kids' ages when setting up a smartphone, tablet, or laptop, and then they require device makers like Apple and Google to group users into 1 of 4 age brackets. Device makers must make the information available to apps like Facebook and Instagram, and app developers must request ages for their users. Motion Picture Association, which represents major film studios including Amazon and Netflix, had urged Newsom to reject Wick's bill, claiming device-based age checks create confusion when parents and kids use separate streaming profiles under one account. This was a big problem that a lot of people were having on YouTube too. What if you share a YouTube account with your parents and they watch a bunch of adult type videos and you watch Cocomelon? What are they going to determine your account to be? So that's actually a pretty legitimate criticism from Motion Picture Association. But the person who made the law, however, argued her measure doesn't prevent parents from creating kid-friendly streaming profiles. Wicks also previously said that she would work with the MPA and Netflix next year to explore new legislation addressing their concerns. As for Texas, it's a lot more strict than California. And by the way, before I read this, I know a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, it's cool, I don't live in California, I don't live in Texas or Utah, we're good, it's not going to affect me. Well, the majority of us didn't live in the UK, and the UK is where all this age verification thing started, so don't be surprised if it spreads to wherever you live as well. But yeah, starting next year, Texas will require companies like Apple and Google to verify the ages of people that use their app stores. Apple shared today how it's going to comply. Starting January 1st, 2026, anyone trying to make a new Apple account must confirm if they are over 18, and any users under 18 must join a family sharing group.
So there you have it. Everything is now verification, and because everything's going to have this verification layer, they're going to easily be able to just turn your access to that service off because you haven't fulfilled whatever requirement they have set, ultimately leading us towards one step closer to that MOTB, that mark of the beast system.